All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep this fight clean. Touch gloves, and let's do it.
All right, we got the bow, no touch of the gloves. Fourth meeting, Deyveson, Figieredo, and Bрэndon Moreno. Both men come in with belts, only one leaves Rio as the undisputed UFC flyweight champion. Moreno in green, Figieredo is in the black and gold, befitting a champion.
Oh, guillotine. Oh, Moreno with a nice double leg. I swear I asked Izzy the other day, I said, what do you have to do, Moreno? He goes, well, he has a base because he worked with Daryl Christian for so long.
Right.
He goes, he picks up on things so fast. So he said they've worked on the fundamentals, and obviously it shows right away because we've never seen him shoot for a takedown this quickly.
Both fighters staying calm. Figieredo seemingly biding his time.
But if you're Figieredo, you let go of the guillotine. That's not going to do anything. Bрэndon's in half guard on the opposite side. All you're doing is blowing up those arms. Which is smart approach of Moreno to try to slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, pops right over. Nice job,
wow.
Figieredo. Showing that strength.
That's exactly what it was, Paulie. Strength, right?
All right, so an interesting start, to say the least. 90 seconds down in round one of a possible 5. Moreno with his traditional high guard.
Whoa.
Figieredo did the entirety of this training camp in Brazil as he lands the front kick on Moreno. No major changes otherwise. He did bring in the Pitbull Brothers nutritionist. Nice body kick from Moreno.
Moreno's really sitting down on those counters. Both times Deiveson's got close, Moreno has loaded up on that counter overhand right. Deyveson barely got out of the way of that last one.
Yeah, you see Moreno is being much more patient. He's kind of waiting, not throwing out the jab as much either. He's kind of waiting for Figieredo to open up with these big shots and then looking to counter.
If you remember the last fight, Figieredo did a really good job of timing the jab of Moreno and landing kicks.
Figieredo realizing some success.
Ooh.
Both guys landing there.
Another level change there by Moreno. Gets the 2 underhooks. Good recognition by Figieredo that time.
And good vision by Deyveson defensively there.
Really put all his weight into that leg kick. See, Moreno is looking for these elbows off of the break.
Oh, rips the body, does Moreno. 1 minute to go, round one.
A lot of wrestling favors Moreno. He will not get tired. If you got to choose the two who may fatigue faster, you question if it's not going to be Deyveson, being that he's the bigger guy in there. Cuts more weight.
Good left hand for Bрэndon Moreno.
Nice takedown.
Really nice second of the round.
That's good for Moreno as well, because that was pretty far out for him to get that, but drove through, didn't give up on it. Whoop.
Oh.
Interesting.
Figueiredo
Figueiredo looking for the heel hook here.
Oh, my goodness. He's got that tight. But Moreno's doing a great job of pushing away, trying to create space and get his knee from behind over the hips. Now he's safe. The moment he got his knee out of there, he was fine.
Looked like some sort of protest from Moreno due to what he thought might have been an illegal kick from Figueiredo. Competitive first round, as their whole series has been.
Great timing on that takedown by the interim champion. Yeah, right here you see Дейвесон kicks him on the ground.
Yeah.
Right, he kicks him on the ground. Moreno looks at the official like, what is going on here?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely illegal.
Yeah, it's definitely illegal.
I don't know if he was trying to go for the collarbone there or kicked him in the head.
Watch what you're doing. Watch. Don't get me involved with that. Fight.
All right, here we go. Round 2 of the flyweight championship.
Figueiredo's got to do a better job of picking up those takedown attempts. Moreno has mixed them in beautifully. That last one was perfectly timed to end the round on top.
And now Figueiredo forcing the issue a little bit, working inside the open guard of Moreno.
Gets his own takedown. Very smart by Figueiredo.
Good short right hand from Figueiredo right in front of the broadcast booth.
Look at him trying to stack Moreno up. Try to feed his hips into Moreno. Use that octagon side to really crumble him up and drop some big punches on him.
Nice work from Moreno to scramble up to the single leg here.
He is making Дейвеson work really hard, yeah.
Crazy pace, lots of grappling. All favors Moreno. Дейвеson a strong grappler himself, but the pace that Moreno is setting is what's going to challenge the cardio of Дейвеson. Nice. Didn't stick around, and that's exactly what Saif Saud wanted. He wanted him to throw the 1-2 and then shoot. He doesn't want him staying in the pocket too long with Figueiredo.
And Figueiredo a little bit busted up on that right side. He's been outlanded by Moreno 20-9. Low leg attack from Bрэндон Moreno.
Moreno just seems to be a step out ahead of Figueiredo to this point. Oh, beautiful jab right hand there by Moreno.
And followed up by a counter to the body by Figueiredo, but Moreno landed the more seminal blows in that exchange.
Yeah, it was like a delayed double jab followed by that right hand.
Figueiredo partially lands upstairs.
Another takedown.
Wow.
Oh.
Nice reversal. Good sweep. Oh, man, there he...
Oh,
he's on the
guillotine.
neck.
Oh, it's tight.
Now he might be breaking the grip. It looks like it's on the chin.
It looks like he's starting to lose it. Bрэндон Moreno did a great job of staying patient. Figueiredo is squeezing, man. This fight is not going according to plan. This is his chance. Bрэndon's head is popping, though. There it is.
That was tight.
Less than 2 minutes.
Miserable for as long as it lasted there, I'm sure, for Moreno.
These scrambles have really been fun to watch. 90 seconds to go, round 2.
And once again, a very timely takedown for the interim champion.
Unofficially 3 for 6 in that column.
Cheeky little head pressure there from Moreno, digging that forehead into the chin of Figueiredo.
Figueiredo controlling that left wrist of Moreno. But if you're Brandon Moreno, this will absolutely work late in round 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't ask for anything more. And if he is able to finish on top, that will be 2 rounds that he's ended the round on top of Deyveson Figueiredo.
Second time Herb Dean has called for more action. Moreno obliged him earlier. Figueiredo closes the guard, seemingly content to end the round, fighting off of his back. Ooh. Oh! Elbow appeared to get through for Moreno.
Yeah, slicing elbow.
And now Figueiredo throwing bows off his back.
Let's take a look at this. Moreno gets taken down from Figueiredo and eventually swept him, ended on top. There's a nice right hand from Moreno. And just some crazy scrambles between these two. Deyveson ends up on top, and then a beautiful sweep here. And scrambles to a good position, gets stuck in this guillotine for a while, but pops his head out and ends up on top and ends around that way.
Full disclosure, at times the flyweight stuff happens so quickly, it's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, 3rd round of a possible 5 in this historic 4th meeting between Deyveson Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno. Nice shot to the body by the Brazilian.
And it feels like Brandon Moreno has charged out ahead of Deyveson Figueiredo. He's got to do something to try to change this.
Right hand for Moreno finds its home.
Moreno just seems to be picking up on everything.
And Figueiredo's throwing one shot at a time. Looked like some sort of clash there. Partial left lands for Moreno.
Ooh.
Big swing and a miss by Moreno.
He threw everything into that one.
For Figueiredo, this is his 4th consecutive fight against Moreno. Moreno had, huge left, and that bothered the eye of Figueiredo.
Oh, that's not a timeout.
He's calling for time, but it looked like it was a punch. To the ground we go, 3.5 to go, round 3.
He cut him. The eye's cut. Moreno hurt him.
Oh, that's a knuckle. It was the thumb. And then an eye poke. Wow.
So we just caught the replay in our isolation monitor, and Deyveson Figueiredo absorbed a punch, but then thereafter it seemed like some sort of scrape, and that is what Figueiredo was protesting.
Yeah, the follow-up shot was.
I don't think the follow-up actually got through. It was the punch that bothered him.
DC, any thought if you're Moreno to trying to stand back up?
Well, yeah, you know, but he's winning rounds, man. When you're in this type of fight, this high caliber, high stress situation, you've got to win rounds.
Yeah.
And right now, that is what Brandon Moreno is doing. He is winning rounds. You heard him, and you're right, Paul. He did touch him in the face with his hands.
Yes.
But his hands caught him on the opposite side of the face. The reaction was from that big punch.
Huge left on the ground for Moreno.
And Moreno getting aggressive. He's got to watch the triangle there.
He can feel it. He can sense it. He can sense that, you know, this is a guy that he's finished before. and he can sense that he's starting to get to him. He's starting to break him down. Maybe he's starting to think, I can go and find the finish against Дейвесон again.
Juicy Formiga, the only other man to beat Figueiredo, but Moreno the only guy to put him away.
And if you're Brandon Moreno and you want to put an end to this thing, you want to put a stamp on this thing, you finish him again, it's done.
I think winning 5 rounds would certainly do it too.
Yeah,
he's on his way to that.
Well, like this, I mean, it looks like it's going to be 3-0 after this round.
Gotta watch those up kicks.
Yeah.
Figueiredo's still fighting strong off his back, but that eye is definitely bothering him.
And beat up. That was a beautiful left hook. And the reality is he caught the knuckle, right? So when you make the fist, sometimes you catch this, it's the worst. Or if they catch you with the tape on the glove, it always sucks. It's those odd landing punches that sometimes do the most damage.
Deyveson Figueiredo has been limited to just 17 significant strike connections. All right, so here's the sequence we continue to reference, the big left hand. And we will show you full screen between rounds. But Moreno trying to put the finishing touches on what has been a dominant third round. Oh, big left hand, and the ground control time continues to pile up.
And sometimes it's just in the matchup. Brandon Moreno is a nightmare of a matchup for Deyveson Figueiredo. Deyveson Figueiredo can look like a world beater but against everyone else, but against Brandon Moreno, he makes him look like he has an equal. And Brandon Moreno, to this point, has charged out ahead of him, and I think he's up 3-0.
I agree.
Right here, you see the punch Moreno lands. Look, he hits him with the knuckle. He hits him with the thumb, and then he does touch him on the face, but his thumb is on the forehead. He does not catch him in the eye, guys. Make no mistake about it. Left hook, lands. Now, watch. The right hand touches the forehead of Deyveson Figueiredo on the other side.
The crowd would disagree.
Stunner.
No.
Well, so much of mixed martial arts success is about making adjustments. We'll see if the Figueiredo corner can adjust.
Let's go. Fight with one eye, let's go.
Bora, saudade.
That eye is almost completely closed. They bring in the ringside physician.
It is closed.
If Deyveson Figueiredo cannot see out of that right eye, the doctor is going to stop the fight, and he has done it, and that means the rivalry and the undisputed flyweight title goes to Tijuana, Mexico's Brandon Moreno. Case closed. 2 finishes in the series for Brandon Moreno against Deyveson Figueiredo.
But Brandon Moreno was fighting beautifully.
Yes.
And I'm glad that that's the result because he was well ahead of this fight. No matter how many boos there are, he was well ahead in this fight.
And I know the crowd, they're gonna see the hands go out and the fingers come close to the eyes, but it was that knuckle into the eye. It was 100% a clean punch thrown by Brandon Moreno. And like DC just said, it was a pretty dominant performance up to that point.
So third meeting between these two guys a year ago. Moreno not at all resting on his laurels, right? Wins an interim title against Kai Kara-France and then closes it out tonight.
Here's that leaping left hook, and Moreno had been throwing that earlier. Remember the big swing and a miss? That was the same punch he was going for, and it landed perfectly. Look here, that thumb knuckle right into the eye, ultimately shutting the eye. And now, granted, he's got to be careful with those extended fingers, but here it is. Thumb into the eye. That's the knuckle. It's legal. Came close with those fingers, granted, but not what caused the damage.
And the doctor had no choice but to make the decision he did. It goes into the books as the 7th between-round stoppage in UFC championship history. Brandon Moreno, now the king again at 125 pounds. The official decision, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, based on the doctor's recommendation at the end of round 3, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest, declaring the winner by TKO, and now the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Brandon, the Assassin Baby